Hello and welcome to Life in the Flat Lane number 3. I think it's episode 3. Yay! Didn't do one yesterday. It was out yesterday. I've had a good couple of days. Yesterday, pain level on the Richter scale to get when I got up in the morning was a nice low 3. And it wasn't too bad all day, which was a nice refreshing change. But I did manage to get out yesterday. Went to watch the Nottingham Panthers ice hockey.
You had a much better ride in a wheelchair yesterday.
I'm coming to that one. Yeah, they're giving yourself a pat on the back already. Look, yeah, we had session number 2 in a wheelchair, and somebody was much more in control of the chair, should we say, than the first time round, which was a lot better. But it's quite funny on the way back because we going up the hill on the way back. I didn't talk to her going up the hill. Yeah, I learnt my lesson from the first one. And then on the way back, we went up the hill, and then we got round the corner, and there was no drop curb, which was really handy. Yep, so I had to get out of the damn thing anyway, because so we could find a way past the drop down the curb, because there's no drop curb on that one, which is really helpful. Thanks, Nottingham. But yeah, no, it was much better, and I've got some really amazing friends at the hockey that look after me while I was there, because the joys of getting to go out, first of all, is get dressed. If you've ever had any kind of back problem, then try putting on a pair of socks. It's a wonderful feat. It's amazing to try and get it done. You feel like you've got to be a contortionist, but it hurts like hell. So just a simple fact of getting dressed is absolutely incredible, but socks are the worst. Yeah, fantastic. And then whenever you go out anywhere, where I go, my season ticket is I've got to climb stairs, and that's probably one of the worst things for anybody with back problems is navigating stairs. But a couple of friends at the hockeys in my block were watching me on every single step to make sure that I hang on to the banister on the way up, hang on the banister on the way down, and where there's a gap, just making sure that I made it safely to my seat each time. So kudos and a massive thanks to those for keeping an eye on me on that. We lost the game. That's the only downside to that, but we beat them the day before, so honours even over the weekend. But it was nice. It was a good hockey match. I say a good hockey match. Let's not talk about the refereeing, shall we? On both games. We're not the only. I'm not being biased. I'm really not being biased. But EIHL hockey refs leave a lot to be desired, unfortunately. But you talk to any hockey fan, and they'll all say the same thing. And we're not on about it when we're watching our own teams as well. But that just is what it is. Every referee gets slated in every sport. You watch anyway. So still better than football. Yeah. So yeah, good day, nice weather-wise, really nice out. Say no bruises or batterings from the wheelchair ride, and then get back and what was on TV? Great British Bake Off, Stand to Cancer edition. So get to see a bunch of comedians who can actually bake. It was really rude. It was wrong, because you expect to see the mishaps on there. That's what they're there for, to cause mayhem and madness. And Joe Wilkinson's actually quite good, which was quite frightening. he won the Star Baker one, didn't he? Oh, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert if you haven't watched it yet. But yeah, they're actually all of them work quite good, which was a bit of a surprise. So hopefully the next few ones we'll get some chaos and madness and yeah, some what I call Alex Jones mess ups, because she was not brilliant when she was on that, was she? So yeah, it's a good day all round. And today, again, a good day all round. Pain level, the Richter scale this morning was about 3. It's ranged between sort of like a 3 and a 6, because as soon as they get up and start moving around, it kicks in. So it's nice when you're laid still, or in a nice comfy position. But as soon as you start to get around, it instantly ramps up, which is frustrating. But feeling better, and yeah, wife had a text message from mother-in-law earlier on. Yeah, make sure he changes his t-shirt before he broadcasts again. I'd already done it. Yeah, I'm not that kind of tramp that wear it 7 or 8 days on a on the bounce, that's pants. We've not changed quilts yet. Yeah, that's the wife's informed me that's coming later on this week, so I get a fresh wedding day some point this week.
I'm just glad you're not mentioning how many times I wear my t-shirt in a row.
No, you wear yours more than mine, and your mother-in-law gets on. Your mother gets on at me for it. So yeah, and then we the other fun thing the other night is because I'm late flight, I normally do the ironing. Yep. So the wife has been doing the ironing while I've not been able to. It's the folding of t-shirts. Yep. She cannot, for the life of her, fold her t-shirt. Yeah, we fold them up and put them in a drawer. I don't know, there's lots of people do that. You hang them up, we all have our own preferences, but we fold them up, put in a drawer. And I just have this little way of folding them up, and they're all the same size.
I fold in exactly the same manner,
and then
I don't know what happens.
It goes horribly wrong. They start the right size, and then they just get bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where it's not worth folding them. And then what got even worse is the cheeky mare. When I put a fresh t-shirt on, it was like, I don't believe you've got creases in that. I only ironed it yesterday. Yeah, thanks. Yep. Welcome to my world. I don't do that. Yeah, I iron all your t-shirts for the almost 11 years or so. And yet the first time you get to do the ironing, I put on a t-shirt and you moan at me for creasing it.
I don't crease mine straight away.
Really? I think you do. I've got to be honest. I think you do. Today, it's not been a bad day at all today. TV wise, there's been pants. And so I'm going to be doing some Resident Evil later on. Resident Evil 9. I do like Resident Evil. I've been playing that for years, and I do love the Requiem one. So I go in there, blast them. And the graphics on this one are absolutely amazing when you're blowing things up and shooting things and chopping things up and all sorts of stuff. It's really good fun. And my other thing for my PS5 is Assassin's Creed. I absolutely love the Assassin's Creed. I got what's the last one called? Shadows, yeah, last year. Just before, for my birthday, I got it for my birthday and spent nearly a full year playing it. It was 7 months or so, I think, for the whole thing to get through. Well, it was quite some time to get through the whole thing. But that is, I got into that in lockdown. When I had not much of anything to do at that particular point, because the wife was working from home, whereas I couldn't. Yeah, I got into Assassin's Creed, and I've played most of them. There's a couple I haven't actually played, which have been recommended, but I might have a look at. But last year's the Shadows one, that was absolutely incredible, and you see the step up in them each time. But Resident Evil Requiem is a scare fest. I've seen so many things like as soon as you go on Instagram and you watch a reel, it's amazing all of a sudden that the only thing you go when you go on your Instagram account next time is it's full of the same sort of thing. So I looked and I saw a thing for RE9, so I watched that, and now my feed is completely full of RE9 stuff. I mean, I view a lot more than that. So I don't. Why does it all of a sudden have to flood me with thousands and thousands of that's all I see on my Instagram? Yeah, it's not what I want to see. I'm playing the game myself, thanks very much. It's nice to get some hints and tips from it, but that's just the algorithm just automatically picked up. Then it throws it on your Facebook page as well. I'm not a fan of social media, I've got to be honest, because it's just full of adverts. Facebook is nothing but adverts. I think every 4 or 5 adverts, you then get one thing that your friend's been doing, and then you get 4 or 5 more adverts. And no matter how many times you tell, I don't want to see this advert, I exit out, I don't want to see this advert again, it comes back. Yeah, it tells you, oh, you'll not see this advert anymore. It'll come back, give it a few days and it'll be back. So I'm not a fan of social media. I put stuff on there, not very often. I used to years ago, used to go on quite a bit, but now I just don't bother. Facebook was to keep up with friends and see what they were up to and keep in touch in certain ways. None of that nonsense happens now, and most of the stuff I don't believe I see on there anyway because of AI. So there's so much fake stuff that goes out there. So I hardly believe any of that nonsense. Did get a phone call today. Somebody decided to reverse into my car when I was in a car park last week. I don't go out very often. And then one time I did go out last week, one of the times I did go out last week to the Ice Hockey Challenge Cup. I was on my way back to the car, and I looked at this other car, and I thought to myself, "You're actually touching my car," and they'd reversed into it. Oh, there's Myla. Yep, she's been keeping me company today, bless her. She's my therapy cat. We do have another one, Nero. He's lurking around somewhere, also known as the Dick. Yeah, because that's exactly what he is. He's a big soft lump. Everybody around here absolutely loves him because he just rolls over and says, "Tickle my belly." He's a big lad, and he owns everything. He wanders into their houses. If they leave their door open, he'll wander in. One of the neighbours has got a young girl, and he just wanders in, and she will fuss him. And apparently they caught him in her bedroom one day. I don't know what he was up to, but he was in the bedroom one day. Just all of a sudden he's there. They had their door open for the first time the other day with the nice weather. For 5 minutes he was in their doorway sunning himself. So he just owns everything. I'm sure he'll show up one day. He'll just bounce on and bounce off. Yeah, but he's commonly called the Dick because he is.
You'll hear him before you see him.
Oh yeah, we've got a load of bells on him, but also...
No, and he's got a voice on him.
Oh, he's a mouthy bugger.
He's a chatty
Yeah,
boy.
if he wants out, he'll sit here behind me. That's the door that leads outside, and he'll be meowing at that. So I've got a cushion here. I just wave at him, and he runs off every time. Yeah, and it's a battle of wills then. Usually I wait till the wife comes in and lets him out. That's the way of doing it, because she gets more fed up in the other room than I do in here. Yeah. So that's, I think that's about my lot for today. Again, thanks to anybody that's watched and listened to me so far. I say it is random stuff. You know, hopefully I've not bored you too much, and I'll be in touch and speak to you all again soon. Thanks then. Bye now.